Hey gang, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to demo how you can use generative AI tools like Perplexity AI in today's video to build a custom cover letter. Now, before we get into it, just a quick disclaimer, y'all. This video is only meant to give you ideas on what's currently possible with AI to help your job search. By no means am I endorsing specific AI platforms by using them in these videos. Also, I don't have any control over what individual AI tools might spit back out to you when you do this exercise, in part because they continue to evolve. So just know that the experience you're about to see may differ from your own, even if you replicate it exactly as I show on my screen. Alrighty, first of all, what the heck's a cover letter? Well, when you apply to a job, a cover letter is a document you typically provide in addition to your resume to express your interest and give the highlights. That includes introducing yourself to your potential employer, calling out relevant skills and experience, and overall letting them know why you're a good fit for the position in a way that's far more conversational than a resume can be. Now, do you need one? Well, it really depends. Some job listings may ask you to provide one along with your resume. Others may not, either because their job application includes questions that cover what they'd really like to know about you, or because that employer, frankly, doesn't care if you produce one. Whether a cover letter carries any weight will largely depend on your desired industry, the size of the employer, and the culture of hiring at that organization. And even times when you are asked to provide a cover letter, it's very common for that cover letter to get very little face time with the hiring team. So think of the cover letter as a low stakes value add to your application. That's why we're using AI to build one. Now, before we get to building, just a quick note, because I'm sure some of you are out there thinking, what? Using AI to write a cover letter, but that's cheating if you don't write it yourself. And look, you can use AI to cheat your way through many things, unfortunately, but that is not the point of today's video. The point of all this is to help you hustle in the most efficient way possible, given what is possible with technology. There is no reason why anyone who struggles to write cover letters or market themselves during a job search, aka a lot of us, should be left behind when there are perfectly free tools available to help them get a jump start, especially when many other job seekers out there are doing the same and have been doing so for years. Trust me, I used to write resumes professionally and I know what I'm talking about. And let's just underscore jump start here, because at the end of the day, we're not asking AI to spit out a cover letter for us that we submit verbatim. You actually don't ever want to do that in case that cover letter ever matches somebody else's. We're just using it as a starting point, mainly for structure and tone, to then edit to uniquely reflect our candidacy for a given role. Okay, gang, before we get all technical, let's do some quick prep first. Generative AI is going to provide the structure and zing for our cover letter. We'll still need to inform the content though, because AI doesn't know what we're working with. Only we do. So in a separate doc or sheet of paper, create 2 sections for you to jot notes on what you enjoy and or are good at, and where you hope to grow in the new position. So for that first section, think about what it is that you enjoy about your current job. Hopefully at least one thing, or what you're at least pretty good at doing in your job. The more these bullets can correspond to the types of roles you're looking for, the better. So, for example, in my current technology role, these are some of the things I enjoy and have excelled at in previous roles. But those aren't the only aspects of my job, and someone else in my shoes might find that they really enjoy being in the thick of data analysis or leading on the maintenance of our data systems. Now, keep in mind that bucket 1 doesn't have to be limited to your job duties. It can also include aspects about your work environment or work style. Think collaborating with colleagues, which not all of us love, or having a customer service mindset, which, face it, not all of us have, or collaborating on a small team, being a contributor to a large organization. Hopefully, you get the gist here. Whatever sounds good and is also true to you, write that down. Now, for that second section, think more about your work or career goals. And they really don't have to be that deep, gang. Some of us are really into our careers, probably even a little too much. And some of us are out here just trying to get paid. I actively support both endeavors. Still, try thinking about what you could say here that would be true and also nice to highlight in a cover letter. You could be looking forward to breaking into a new industry, for example, or continue to just grow in your existing one. Or you could be excited to learn new skills or deepen existing skills. Again, ideally, these will be skills relevant to the roles you want to apply for. Now, none of this is necessary for the AI part that's coming next, but it's still helpful to do this thought exercise so that we can use it with AI to generate a cover letter that ends up being an accurate and authentic reflection of your interests, goals, and skills. AKA, this is the part of the video where we're not just cheating. Okay, cheating time. Just kidding. Let's demo one way you might put together a cover letter straight from an actual job description for an entry-level nonprofit fundraiser. Now, let's assume you've read the job description and meet enough of the qualifications that you know you can do the job. Keyword here is enough, gang. No one ever meets all the qualifications, and sometimes not even half of them, and they still get the job anyway. Always remember that. Now, I'm going to copy this job description, go to Perplexity for this demo, and ask it to craft me the ideal cover letter for this job. Let's write it for a job seeker who currently works as a receptionist for a medical office with 3 years of experience. Okay, so here's where the non-cheating comes in. At this point, we're not going to copy this letter and submit it with our application. We're going to tweak it, either by continuing to use our chosen AI tool or taking what it spat out and making tweaks directly ourselves to the text, either in a Word doc or somewhere else. Now, honestly, for me, I'd probably just do the latter. But for most of you all here watching, you probably want to see me do the former. So fine, just for you guys. I don't love the tone of this. It's perfectly fine, just doesn't totally sound like me. So I'm going to prompt Perplexity to adjust the feel of this letter. Oh, and remember our prep work that we did? Where we reflected on our goals and skills and what we enjoyed about our jobs? I'm going to prompt our AI tool to specifically highlight some of those aspects and tie it back to the job posting. It's also longer than I think it needs to be. So I'll ask it to make the letter shorter. And I actually have fundraising volunteer experience that would be relevant to highlight, at least in this imaginary universe for our example. So I'm going to tell it to consider that experience in a new draft. And there you have it, gang. You can continue to use prompts to make more tweaks until you land on something that's close to perfect. Then grab the letter, manually make any final adjustments so that it really screams you, and ship it off with your resume. Okay, gang, let's address an important question you may have had in watching me do this. As we were refining our original prompt, you may have wondered, why don't we just prompt the AI tool with our actual resume? And the answer is data privacy. Think about everything you know about how AI works behind the scenes, which for most of us is pretty much nothing. There might as well be a man behind the curtain claiming to be the Wizard of Oz, or in this case, ChatGPT, that manages to write cover letters better than we can. If that's what you believe, I don't blame you. But seriously, AI is possible because of millions of data points that these tools learn and train from behind the scenes. And data right now with AI companies can be a black hole in the sense that once an AI tool receives data, it can't unlearn it. It is ironically human-like in this way. So the general rule of thumb from us privacy-loving data nerds is that you don't want to use personally identifiable information or sensitive information in any of your AI prompts, simply because you don't know for sure how it might be used or how you can ever retract it. That's why you didn't see me copy and paste my entire resume directly into Perplexity as I refined our first cover letter. Gang, that's the skinny on how you can use AI to level up your cover letter game. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments if you have even more ideas for how to make this better. And for more tips, be sure to subscribe. Thanks.